Nick Ilkins just come back from the London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV. West Ham 2, Tottenham 1. Matt, another win, another week. Nothing special about that one, really, but 3 points.
Mate, I mean, the last 30 minutes felt like 30 days, to be honest, didn't it? A real roller coaster of emotions there. Absolute torture, mate. Bar, post, Spurs 70% possession, I think, or more. 20-something shots on target from them. But again, we held them off, like you say, albeit with a bit of luck, we deserve it, not a problem. But most importantly, mate, we maintain our Champions League spot and we're 9 points clear of the spots. I mean, I'm wondering whether it's too early, mate, to have an 8 o'clock tequila. Don't you see it?
I don't think it's ever too early.
But I mean, we expected a hard game, don't you think? I mean, we knew that Tottenham were down.
It was always going to be a tough game. To be fair, I thought on the balance of the game, I thought they was the better side, but they looked toothless. They looked toothless at times. And I don't think it's down to them. I think it was down to our hard work.
Without that, I mean, that's the thing. Like exactly what you're saying, mate. I mean, it is easy for us to complain as fans that we sit back too much, especially after 2 very early goals in both halves, But I mean, it's a hard one there for Moyes because if we start to push up too much, because we saw Spurs are very dangerous on a counter-attack, especially with guys like Song and Kane and guys like that, even from the defence with Regulion, can put a wonderful ball to break out on a counter. I mean, if we pushed up too much and we could have got hurt. But I mean, it's going back to this same thing that we've been talking about, mate. Moyes has faith in what he's doing or what they're doing. He has faith that we are organised, we're structured, we're disciplined at the back. And with that, he's got the confidence to say, okay, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be squeaky bum time. But we've got the confidence to go through and take these games and get the result. I mean, don't you think, mate, Rice today, I mean, there's many players you can single out today, mate, but Rice today, I think, was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I think I saw on Sky Sports, mate, that he got, I think it was most tackles, most interceptions, most possessions won. I don't even think he missed a header all afternoon. I mean, it was, and I saw a Moyes interview, mate, that really, I don't think you could give a bigger compliment to Rice because Moyes basically said, seeing Rice on the training ground and how he plays on the field makes me want to sign better players to bring them up to his standard. I mean, what better compliment could you have for a young, possibly future England captain? I mean, it was, and put him alongside Captain Souček with bleeding from the head. I mean,
yeah, it was absolutely. It was. I wouldn't say it was brilliant today because 2-0 Leicester. Yeah. Apologise. It just caught the corner of my eye.
No, mate, yeah.
It was. I don't think it was a vintage performance today, but that's the mark of a good side is when you can just grind these results out. We had a few chances in the first half. We put one away very early on. Then we put one away very early on second half. We had no other opportunities really second half apart from a scrambled Lingard goal.
Yeah.
A Lingard attempt, sorry. But we held it. We held it. Even with the barrage of pressure from supposedly world-class players, we held on.
I mean, you could see, take, like you say, mate, the one of 4 nows, that he tried the cut back and he scuffed it. And I mean, that's how much of an open game it was. They went immediately, and I guess within 8 or 9 seconds, they missed that. They had a double chance. One got intercepted there, cut out, and then Bale spanked it off the bar. I mean, that's how much, like you say, how much of an open game and what quality. And another thing, like you said there, the intensity of Diop, mate, like you commented in the watch along. I mean, this is what is another wonderful thing that we've been talking about with this culture of excellence that we're developing, because you're seeing guys who are lacking match practice, like Diop in this situation, like Fredericks, when he came in, even going back to when Dawson came in, originally, these are guys that are coming in without match practice, but they're not letting the side down. They're coming in, hitting the ground running. Like Diop today, a lot of us were worried or are worried, with the loss of Og.
I thought he was immense. Diop, I thought he was immense. I thought, I was just saying during the watch along, I don't think you can, when you're looking at it now, you can't discount the impact that Dawson's had on that defence.
Massively, mate. The standard. I mean, even like I'm okay. You can criticize Creswell for the first goal. You know what I mean? But I mean, because he didn't get tight enough. But that's nothing new. Creswell getting done in the air is nothing new, whether it's in the header or ball over the top, like a lot of teams used to play diagonals over the top to take advantage of him. I mean, that's nothing new. But what you could see there from Creswell was the reaction, because he knows he messed up. And because they're holding that, because these kind of errors are so few and far between compared to before, you know what I mean? Compared to the old West Ham. You can see that standard, and I'm sure that Creswell knows that Ben Johnson is hot on his tracks. You know what I mean? I'm sure Creswell is worried there because I mean Ben Johnson's coming in yet again, another guy talking about lack of match practice, and every time he comes on either as a sub or when he started, he comes in and does the job perfectly. And I mean. One thing I will say, I'm not a big fan of criticising refs, but it is a day that I think all of us West Ham fans will unite with Man United fans and Arsenal fans in criticising Craig Pawson, because to be honest, the guy had an absolute nightmare. I mean, I think he was just, he was setting out just to stamp his authority on the game, but for absolutely unnecessarily
the amount of cards shown, I think to both teams as well. I don't think it was just West Ham. I think he was dishing out cards like it was Christmas in the end.
Yeah, mate, and realistically, I mean, they took off Lamella and they took off. I can't remember the other guy. They took off at half time, but I mean, I thought that maybe we might have got a red card there from the Hoberg or from Regulion, but it didn't come on. It didn't come off. And I mean, again, Bowen, nice to see him get an assist, especially after another iffy game. But I mean, if he gets us an assist, then great. And like you said, mate, in the watch along. Where does Mourinho go? I mean, Mourinho, like you said there, I think it could be his last big team, at least in a top league, because even though they, like you said, they played well and maybe they deserve to win, they're just not getting the results and they're just dropping like a stone, which makes me incredibly happy.
Absolutely, mate. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Take care, mate. Good to see you as always. Bye, mate.